Hello, my bitches. I'm going to be made the bitch here in a moment, I think. Reviewing something I'm not really looking forward to, but I've had the extra money to spend, so I figured I'll grab one of these. Fairly expensive. I think it was like 16 to some dollars or something like that for a fucking 4 pack of cans. This is Glutenberg Red. And if you can probably tell by the name, gluten-free beer. So, I'm not really all that excited. The regular, I've done the regular Glutenberg, the blonde. And you gotta forgive me, I look all sort of like half asleep and puffy-faced here. Just woke up, but, and what a thing to wake up to. But man, I've done the blonde, distributed here by Garrison Brewery. These guys are from Quebec, I believe, Montreal, Quebec. Yeah, man, there's a lot of things that aren't good that come out of Montreal, I must say. But I'm not prejudging this beer, by the way. Just saying. It said it won the Gold Award World Beer Cup 2012 for gluten-free beer category. Not exactly a hard category to win in, I think. If you have anything that tastes remotely like beer, you're probably going to win. Because most gluten-free beers do not taste like beer at all. 18 grams of glucides, carbohydrates, 201 calories. Holy fuck, man. That's crazy. That's like that's the calories of like 2 regular beer there almost. Or a beer, at least a regular beer and a half or so. Like, fuck. 5% alcohol by volume. Wait till you get listen to the fucking ingredients in this sucker. Water, buckwheat, of course. The whole point of gluten-free beer, of course, if you're not familiar, it can't have your traditional malted barley. Can't have any of those sort of grains in it that are going to inflame the guts of people who have celiac disease. Okay, so people who cannot, they cannot process gluten in their system. So water, buckwheat, millet, molasses chestnut. I believe that's one thing. I don't see a comma after the molasses, so I'm assuming it's molasses chestnut. I've never heard of that. Candy syrup, Kiona, which is actually, I think I'm pronouncing, I think it's Kiona. It is a grain from the Andes region in South America. I think they also grow it in Spain or Portugal as well. It was named by the Spanish, so they probably took some of it back with them to Spain. It is edible, mostly the seeds. It's a semi-grain. It's more related to beets and tumbleweeds and things like that. And hops and yeast. Okay. So, let's see. This is, see bottom of can for freshness date, and there is nothing on the can. But it should be okay. Like I said, sold in 4 packs, like 16 some dollars. Very expensive. Of course, it's a gluten-free thing. They up the prices on this shit to a retarded amount, just to take advantage of the gluten-free market and people who can't process gluten. They're almost treated like smokers in today's society, in a way. Alright. So I'm not particularly looking forward to this. Like I said, doesn't look bad. That's a deep ruby red there. Nice little hit on it. Now, does this say if this is an ale? No, it just says buckwheat and millet beer. So I'm assuming this is supposed to be more like a red lager than a red ale. I should have did a bit more research on this fucker, but yeah, whatever. Alright, we'll go right to the aroma. Man, there's really no aroma. Seriously? Very musty, neutral kind of aroma. Just this ghost of a hint of sweetness in the back. Even the mustiness is like very detached. Really doesn't smell like anything. No, it's just... I'll get a bit more sweetness coming up now, but slightly candy-ish. Yeah. Let's go to the taste. Cheers, I think. Oh, fuck me. Ah. Not good. Going in for a second one. Oh, I'm glad this has a light mouthfeel to it. If it had anything thicker, it would be like drinking fucking paste. Just this off-putting, chalky, bitter graininess. Almost so close. Comes off a little bit like a smoked beer, but it doesn't quite hit that. And a smoked beer would be way better. Ugh. Yeah, there's this little quality in the back and the finish of it that is almost smoky, almost like a Roche beer. I guess it's drinkable, but not to my taste at all, man. There's just no balance of anything in here. It's just this one basically bland, pasty, dry taste, slightly smoke finish, which in any other beer would probably be really good, but in this it just doesn't work at all. That being said, is it the most offensive gluten-free beer I've ever had? No, definitely is not. In fact, it's probably one of the better ones I've had. So, what does that tell you about most gluten-free beers if you've never had one? If this is one of the better ones I've had, and this is the reaction I have to it. Oh, I feel so sorry for people with that disease, celiacs. That must be horrible. That you can't enjoy great beer. Well, you can have it, but depending on the degree of the disease that you happen to be afflicted with, most people, they just can't. Some people can't even have like a sip of it without going into like violent stomach pains and stuff. So that really sucks. They have to basically just drink vodka and things like that. Which, you know, not bad. That's probably what I'd be doing if I had that disease. But yeah, man, that's not good. But it's drinkable. I'll give it that. And I mean, if you're really that desperate for it, you could have it with food, and you'd probably not hate it at all. If you had some nice, good, hearty food of some sort, a lot of flavor, this would be that sort of slightly smoky finish might actually work very well. So it's not all Debbie Downer. There's a little bit of a bright side to it. I'll go 2.5 out of 5. It's drinkable. But that's as far as I'm going to go. As a gluten-free beer, maybe I'd give it like a 3.25 or something like that. But overall, 2.5 out of 5. Okay, guys, I'm sorry I wasted 10 minutes of your time on this disaster of a concoction, but whatever. I think most people know I ramble on and on and on and on and on. Be good, guys. We'll see you later.